Alright, this is June 3rd, and this is going to be day one of me trying to measure the north to south movement of the shadow pattern with a tall sundial. Weather report's looking like I should have clear skies today and tomorrow, so I know Squirrelly Nations is doing this too. I'm looking forward to seeing what he comes up with. I have since confirmed my tower is about 106 feet tall, and I'm down in a dip going down the road, so that's another 50-ish feet of height. I think I calculated the movement for the Washington Monument would be about somewhere between 5 to 10 feet, I feel like, but that monument is 555 feet tall, so the movement I guess is going to be much less for this, but still much more pronounced than the little bits of movement that people were seeing with shorter sundials. Heard from Squirrelly Nations preliminarily that he was able to collect 2 days of back-to-back data, and it sounds like he was able to discern 9.5 inches of movement, which is much better than anything else I've seen. So I'm excited to see what happens here. My plan is, I guess I wanted to talk about these lenses. I don't think I want to risk messing up my data collection today. Maybe after I get the points I'll show you, but tomorrow I'll show you, because I'm new. This is the first time using this lens, and I'm going to be running back and forth trying to make my mark and stuff, so I just want to make sure I get good marks today, and I'll show you kind of more about it tomorrow. But I wanted to talk about these lenses, which are key, and I started out by I Googled it over the weekend, and it sounds like for the solar eclipse, they were running out of those sunglasses, and so people were looking for alternatives, and they ended up going with, they were looking for these welding lenses. And you can find these at Lowe's, you can find them at Tractor Supply, and I started at Lowe's, and I Googled it this weekend, and I found out you need a number 10 shade. Sorry, number 14 shade is what's recommended for looking at the sun. And so, sorry about the car. So I went to Lowe's, and unfortunately they only had a number 10. And so while I was at Lowe's, I had another thought. They make like this adhesive shade that you can stick on your windows. I was thinking I would just get some of that and cut it and kind of double it and stack it to get up to the 14 that I needed. But then I stopped off at Tractor Supply on my way home, and they had different selections, and I was able to get a combined number 9 is the big plate, and number 5 is the smaller plate, but together they made 14, and I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, looks pretty good. I'm going to show you what this is going to kind of look like. I mean, for me, I don't know if I can do that or not. I can't really do that. Let me see. Oh, there. Oh, yeah. Okay, I gotta go. I'm getting very close. So maybe I'll put a second video, but I see I'm right at the top now. So maybe you saw that through the video, but we'll do more later. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm trying to center the very top box of that antenna right on the sun like a bullseye, and then I just turn around, and there's my spot down there, and I've already marked a few spots you can see with X's maybe. Well, but I'm going to grab another one here because it's going to cross over this road in just a few minutes. Alright, well that was fast and furious, but I got good marks for today. It's funny, there's that oil spot, and you know, of course I wasn't able to see the shadow when I did it 3 days ago. It just looked like a blur and I was only seeing the shadow of the platform. I since decided to use the antenna that shoots up 6 feet above the platform. So anyway, I'm hoping to collect data tomorrow, and that will finally, for me, answer the question. Well, I'll be able to see it from my own eyes, what a taller sundial can do. And what we're looking for is, you can see this pattern cut straight across the road. So tomorrow I think I'm going to come out and this chalk will probably wash away, and that's why I've kind of kicked the dirt a little bit down here. And then I also came over to the guardrail here and I made myself some marks so I know it's underneath the guardrail, so I think it'll be protected from the rain there. I checked my marks from 3 days ago and on the other rail over there, and they're safe. So so that's how I'll know. I'll come straight out and I'll know where my point was for today, and I did the same thing down there. So I'll have a line that I can compare with, and we'll see what happens. I'm excited. I was in a rush earlier, like I mentioned in a previous video, the shadow moved so fast and I didn't realize it was moving slow, and then all of a sudden it was right there, so I kind of got cut off. But to try and wrap up what I was saying earlier, I think Squirrelly Nations, I heard from him and he said he was able to collect 2 days of data, and it was about 9 inches of movement. So when he posts a video for that, I'll put that in the description below these videos, or go to his YouTube channel, Squirrelly Nations, and look for that video. But I'm not sure how tall his sundial was. Like I said, mine is, there's a website that I posted in the description below this video that has, if you go to your tower, they should have a number posted. I forget if it's like ARS or something, but it's the tower ID number, and you can go to that website, plug it in, and it'll tell you how tall the tower is. And so mine's 106 foot tall, and in addition, I'm working down slope of it, so that gives me another little bit of elevation change. But so we're looking essentially, I'm not exactly sure if the shadow is going to go this way or this way, but this whole pattern is going to shift this way or this way, and I'm hoping it'll shift by at least a foot. We shall see. But I think that looked pretty reasonably straight, most of those lines. So when I'll pull a line from here to here tomorrow, and compare to that line. I'll throw some new marks down, or maybe I'll just draw a dashed line to represent that line. But it'll be most important to check right here where I dug it in to see how it compares to that spot right there. If it shifted that way or that way, or I guess that way or that way. So I guess that's it for now. Like I said, it was a little adventure finding the right welding lens. At first Lowe's didn't have it, and then I thought I could double it up using that window shade stuff. I was going to layer it on, but then I went to Tractor Supply and I found a 5 and a 9 and was able to lay those over, and I can see the sun perfectly. And when you walk and you get the tower to kind of block, you know, the sun, you can see that clearly through the lens. So it was, I think they were like $5 from Tractor Supply. So please go out, get yourself equipped, find yourself a sundial, start experimenting with this, and I'll post another video hopefully tomorrow if and when I'm able to get my data to see what this looks like. Okay, shalom, and may Abba bless as you continually seek out His truth and love with a pure heart.